Yo, what's up everybody? Today we're going to be doing some more of the Matsuribayashi playthrough. I am really excited for today. I have no idea what's going to happen. We're probably going to learn about more, I don't know, just more things that are sort of... We're not obviously going to learn about what's actually going to happen, you know, when the Watanagasi starts, but we're probably going to learn a lot of sort of things that are, you know, happening when the festival's actually being led up to. We're probably going to see some more, I don't know, of the... I'm going to put this as cheesily as possible, right? More of the inner workings of Takano's mind. Yeah, I hope you expected a lot. I mean, I certainly did. I didn't actually. I thought that was going to be way worse. It's actually alright. But, yeah, anyway. Yeah. I'm actually really excited for today. I hope it's going to be fun. And, yeah, as you can see from my headphones, I literally had such a bad issue with audio. I've not been able to play for days just because of not being able to fix it. But... yeah, luckily, thank God, I found my wired headphones, and then I found that if I raise my seat a little bit, I won't get the blimmin' wire of the headphone clanging on my desk and making the most annoying sound, which is really lucky, because I don't know what it is, but my Bluetooth devices, they've just genuinely stopped working. So, yeah, I'm actually really lucky I could play this, because I don't want to pay money for headphones. Hell no. So yeah, this is really good. Yeah, I'm really excited for today. So yeah, I think we're just going to begin straight away. And yeah, it is 10:30. It is a school night. I know I sound so cool saying this. I really am not. But yeah, I suppose that just shows what I'm putting aside from this for this at the moment. Right, here we are. Let's play. So that's it. Oh yeah, this is interesting. So this is when Mion tells like everybody about, you know, what's actually happening. So that's it. It would be lovely if I could... Does anybody have any questions? I'm assuming they probably have a lot. If they don't, then I'm concerned. Plenty of questions. This could easily be one of those well-planned... That's actually fair enough. What I heard is that just that extraordinary. But right now, it's a bad idea to ask questions just out of curiosity. That would be a waste of time. Mion has already explained everything about the events surrounding Bika-chan. Well, I have a few things to ask myself. As the successor of the head of the Sonozaki family, because all this has to do with a series of mysterious deaths. But I won't go into that now. For now, even. How could I? All in all, it was a good idea to come to my house. It was, yeah, you can survive a nuclear war here in our basement. What the fuck? Is that actually true? Hang on a second, so I'm assuming, I mean, I don't really know about the entire basement, but the basement has a very good structure. I mean, there is no way that that was dug man-made. I mean, it probably was dug by like some massive machine, but I just really wonder how it was actually made. Maybe it has some sort of metal construction. Who knows? Because there is a metal door, but I don't know, it doesn't really tell you anything. It just seems really weird having a metal door to a cave, but yeah. I don't know. Well, not really a cave, but a sort of dirt cave, which is basically what that is. There's electricity and a telephone there too. Oh yeah, of course. We have plenty of food too. Damn, lucky. Oh yeah, I'm gonna eat in my favourite place, the Sonozaki torture chamber. Maybe I'm even gonna be in the restraining table. Oh god, I hate my humour these days. If the Manta dogs are really that tough, then this house is the only place in the village that's safe from them. Fair enough. And they can't go in there, because if they do, then yeah, they're going to be getting a little bit of shit called exposure. I'm sorry to have involved all of you in this. Yeah, fair enough. Rika-san apologised from the bottom of her heart. That's fair enough. Yeah, definitely. Rika-san has been dealing with this strange disease, this Hinamizawa syndrome, as well as all these suspicious Tokyo people, all by herself until today. She's trying not to get us involved, and that's why she dealt with them all by herself. Fair enough. We can all imagine what she must have been feeling, so none of us can even think of anything to say. Yeah. It's actually kind of interesting. I mean, she hasn't really known that she's been dealing with the Tokyo people. Maybe not. Maybe for a wide proportion of the time. Maybe not also knowing about her having dealt with Hinamizawa syndrome. But yeah, she definitely has. Even if she has known it or not. The silence went on for a while, but then Hanya clapped Rika-chan on the back. Rika, you've been apologising so much since yesterday. I think this is the first time. I have never seen Hanya in that outfit before. If you apologise one more time, you have to treat me with a green buff every day. That can't happen. True. Besides, we all feel bad, don't we? Am I wrong, Geichi? Oh yeah, yeah, he probably feels bad, yeah. Hanya suddenly addressed me. I could tell from her eyes that she was expecting something from me. Yeah, fair enough. Oh god, he's probably going to be like, you know, in those sort of romance comedies, like the one person that just... Comedies? I mean, romance things that... The one person that just brings it all together. The wingman. I don't know, but not obviously in a romantic setting. In a fucking tragic setting. I mean, right, my role is to act as the flint for the other club members. It's my job to burn strong and bright red to get everyone excited. What have I been doing just sitting around? I can't believe he actually thinks this. I mean, he thought that in Higurashi as well. Like, literally different worlds, same thoughts. That's actually kind of nuts. That's right, Rika-chan. We never even thought all of this could be true, so we were just shocked for the moment. But we're all thinking that things are getting interesting, right, guys? I suppose they are. I mean, it's a very interesting way of looking at it. Satoko, this right here is the real deal. You've got some good traps lying in wait, don't you? That's actually fair enough. I know you've been hiding amazing ones for special occasions like these. This is a perfect chance to try them out, don't you think? That's actually fair enough, yeah. You should be grateful for my presence. Fair enough. I don't know who they are, but if it's all right to get serious, then I won't hesitate to launch the countless miraculous traps I refrain from using on our club. I refrain from using on our club members. Oh god. Hang on a second. You know that trap where like there's, I don't know how it's actually set off, but there's some sort of spear gets into the wound, and there's also shit on the spear. So the shit gets into the person's blood, literally festers in the blood, and then basically infects the person. They probably die of some really bad disease. Is that a trap that she made and yet refrained from using on the club members? Jesus Christ. Oh, that's right. It is, yeah. Yeah, your traps will come with Michan's seal with approval. They can chase away even a real army. It is actually kind of insane to think, like, could you imagine if, I don't know, let's say Satoko was like, I don't know, 10, 15 years older, and let's say, like, really awful setting, she was in, like, World War I or something like that. Could you imagine if she sort of used all of her resources to sort of set traps near her trench, so any people coming across enemy lines actually get trapped? I mean, that would be really, I mean, to be fair, to actually set the traps in enemy and like the sort of bit of land between your trench and the enemies, that would be difficult in itself without getting completely gunned down. So yeah, I don't know, you could still probably do something. Well, Sadako aside, you're pretty merciless yourself, Deno. She is, oh my god. You're usually so easygoing, but I know your true power. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, when you get serious, you might be the most powerful of us all. You sure are something. Yeah, well, if Deno... I just thought of something. If Deno ever wants to take something home in a video game, is she gonna make a hole in her computer by punching it? I wonder. I don't even think I can defeat you. Ironic. Oh, stop. Your explosive impact is incredible too, Geiskin. Yeah, it is, yeah. Your power can defeat a fate that I'd have no chance against. Lol. I wonder if that rings any bells. If Casey is a furious red flame, then now Sun is a quiet blue one. That's actually fair enough, yeah. Hey, that's a good one. Yeah, the burning red ranger, my Badakechi. Burning blue ranger, Ryuga Deno. This is our chance to show the world what we've got. It actually kind of is. I mean, I love that these people could potentially die, but they're sort of still seeing the positives just because of how much fun they could potentially get from it. It's insane. We're a powerful team with a powerful leader. Yeah. Yeah, right, Mion? Oh, I thought he was just being egotistical, but Mion is a good leader, yeah. We're already powerful individually, and when we gather, we're invincible. You're also overconfident, but I'm not going to mention that. That's our club, right, guys? Fair enough. Of course she's laughing like that. You know, I kept quiet thinking it might be imprudent, but actually I've been thinking. This is getting super interesting. I appreciate this, Rika-san. Yeah, you appreciate the fact that Rika is basically being hunted down by criminal masterminds. How brilliant, man. How brilliant. Oh, it's just too cool. Thank you for giving us this opportunity. How dare they even think of stepping into Hinamazawa without saying it. Oh god. I'll be sure to teach them some manners. I think if they came into... That's actually kind of nuts. It had only been 5 minutes and Rika-san apologised to everyone and brought the mood down. Yet our morale was already at its peak again. That is just kind of insane. I love this though. Could you imagine if there was a world where this happened to Keiichi? Like, they never said hello and just the entire village rebelled against them because not a true Hinamizawan. Why do they call it the Hinamizawans? They actually say that. Remember Hinamizawa? We're up against such an absurd conspiracy, but if we're together, I think we can defeat it. Yeah, fair enough. This is the best feeling ever. Fair. Anya is the one who started all of this. Anya, how good of you? How good of you? How could you? No, I'm just kidding. That's good. It is not a bad thing that she started all of this. She's quite the promising newcomer. Oh yeah. Oh, I really wonder why. She knew exactly whom amongst to get motivated first. No, moreover, while even our senior members were hesitant about taking on such a huge opponent somewhere in their hearts, she alone remained unflinching and raised our spirits. She actually kind of did though, I mean, yeah. But I wonder why though, it's not like she's probably experienced this same thing hundreds of times. She's likely to grow even more formidable in the future. Yeah, fair enough. Hanyu aging, that is a weird thought. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for believing me. Yeah. Oh, it must mean so much to her because, like, I keep forgetting that she hasn't actually experienced this before. I mean, she kind of has, but yeah, there's something called forgetting. Of course we believe you. I told you that already. She did though. Oh my god. If we didn't, we wouldn't be your friends. There's no need to thank us, Rika. Yeah, she's right. Listen to Hanyu. You've got a great spirit. I like you. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. True. Oh god. I rubbed Hanyu's head. She laughed as if I was tickling her. Alright. Okay then, let's huddle. Oh, group huddle. Gotta get the plans in. We have to get things organised. Yeah, definitely. So we got Akasaka's lot planning, we got this lot planning. If anything, I kind of think, like, the roles are probably equally as important, but I think these guys maybe... These guys are definitely more important because they're closer to Rika. They're gonna have probably a lot more skill sets, just varied among them. But at the same time, I think their skill sets and the police's skill sets, they're really gonna combine together well. Okay then, let's we have things to get organised. First, Rika-chan and Satoko-chan are supposed to be absent from school because they're sick, but in reality they're hiding here. Yeah. This is just a preventive measure. Yeah. Nobody would even guess they were hiding here. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, let's just hope none of the mountain dogs were watching. Thanks to a certain Akasaka. Fair enough, but the only thing is, what if they know? Even if they know, are they really going to get past, like, you know, the front door? Or maybe the lock that leads into the torture room? How nice of him. Yeah, he came because of the promise he made 5 years ago. Yeah, definitely, that's kind of cool. I just find it really funny. I'm a little jealous. Oh god. Fair. He isn't my type, but I'm a little jealous too. He isn't my type. You can either take this weirdly, or you can take it like a normal human being. He isn't my type. He isn't my type of person. It's not like that though. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, this is Higurashi. When would they ever take the innocent option? He works for Public Safety at the police headquarters in Tokyo, and he belongs to a secret unit, right? That sure sounds reliable. Oh yeah, I mean, part of a secret unit makes it sound even better too. Takano's part of a secret unit. I mean, not really the same as this, but like, still. Me when Akasaka is... Akasaka and Rika. That is the worst ship I think you could ever make in this game. I wonder what, like, the worst ship you could actually make in Higurashi would be. Kameda and... really don't know. It probably would involve Commandant though, let's be real. Commandant Hanyu. That would so not work, oh god. Hakasaka is very strong. Yeah, definitely. He's definitely reliable. But Akasaka-san's role is more of a protective one, in case of emergency. Tomitaka-san has the more important job of finding things out about our enemy. He's our true attacker. Yeah, that's fair enough. I mean, he is the spy, really. Plus, he's the only one who can call in the Bloodhounds to take out our enemies. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah. In other words, Tomitake-san is our key to victory. I really do wonder if the Bloodhounds are actually gonna come and they're gonna, you know, seize control, if you like. That would actually be really interesting to see. It's a bit unsettling to think that so much is riding in the hands of some dumb... A dumb cameraman. That's just like objectively not true. He's literally a liaison for a shadow government in Japan. That's kind of like a big occupation, I would have thought. Everyone teased her by saying they're gonna tell Tommy. Fair enough. By saying they're gonna tell Tomitake she called him that. It's not that I don't expect him to succeed, but I think we should come up with another tactic just in case. Fair enough. But Hanyu, what else can we do other than count on Tomitake? That's actually fair enough. No, Hanyu is right. Yeah, I agree. Tomitake is a key factor from the enemy's point of view too. If they find out he's investigating them, they might even have him killed. Yeah, definitely. They really are playing with fire. They really are. I mean, look what happened in Minagoroshi, and I hate saying look what happened in Minagoroshi. It literally happens in every other Hinamizawa. Like, he gets killed. I wonder if Tomitake actually dies in Wataragashi and Minakashi. That'd be really interesting to learn about if he doesn't. This is enemy territory for him too, after all. Yeah. I think we should come up with something else instead of just depending on Tomitake-san. Fair enough, yeah. Very true. It's hard to scope with just one trap. Yeah, I usually set many traps to deal with many different possibilities. Yeah, that's basically trap tactics, you know? Yeah, fair enough, yeah. That's true. There's no need to limit to ourselves to just one angle of attack. Yeah, they should definitely be open. We should look into the other methods besides what Tomitake-san is doing. But we don't know anything about Tokyo, do we? You do? Well, if one of Tomitake-san's important jobs is to summon the Bloodhounds, I'd like him to teach us how to cool them. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. Then, even if Tomitake-san is taken out by the enemy, we can still meet our victory conditions. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, but the only thing is that's not going to be much of a victory for Rika's lot. I mean, I suppose it's going to be a victory, but they're going to have to accept it. I mean, I don't know. That'd just be really sad if Tomitake dies. I hope he doesn't, but at the same time, he does have a really high chance just because of how risky in terms of territory he's standing on, really. Yeah, that sounds about right. Tomitake-san is really important. At the same time, he's our Achilles heel. Let's talk to him. Let's talk to him and tell us how to contact the Bloodhound. What is an Achilles heel? A weakness in spite of overall strength, which can lead to downfall. Right, okay. Yeah. Achilles? Chills? I don't know. Problem is, he's holed up somewhere in the city and there's no way for us to get a hold of him. That's actually still really good though, because I don't really think he would have been investigating this time normally. If he's in the city, he is not in Inamazawa. You know what happens when he's in Inamazawa or Watanagasi? In 2 days, let me add. I think that's a great idea though. Yeah, definitely, my god. The next time we get to... Yeah, the next time we get a chance to talk to Tomitake, let's ask him. So that's the first plan. Is there anything else? Before we knew it, Hanyo was making sure we moved along with our proceedings. Yeah, fair enough. Nana noticed that too, giving a pleasant start to the girl trying to be a part of our group. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. This one is just insurance in case something happens to Tomitake-san. I suppose. Let's think of a different angle of attack. What about something that would help his investigation? Oh, how intriguing. We've done some kind of trap. Grab them by the tail and thrust proof to them. Come their way out of... in their faces. Fair enough. Man, what a perfect trap situation. I don't really think this is gonna work, but I don't know. What they're gonna say, if I'm the one they want, why don't you just use me as a decoy? I somehow don't think that's a very good idea. It's dangerous, but Takano and the others need me. So they'll definitely fall for it. That's actually fair enough. Oh, you could definitely use the decar as a lure to the traps, but the only thing is that is so dangerous. And do keep in mind, these people are armed. So, yeah. That really is dangerous. Yeah. That would prove Takano's on us after Dikata. Fair enough, yeah. Yeah, it's actually really interesting. I keep on forgetting because we're so sort of convinced that Takano is the villain and there's something out with her, but not everybody knows that Takano, yeah, she's sus. Have them see her and make them chase her. Actually, just something interesting. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's where Satoko's hills come in. Yeah, definitely. You can put so many things on that hill. And especially because this is a forested, I suppose, an environment with a lot of trees. Yeah, you can do a lot of things with trees. Once they go up here, they'll be in big trouble. Yeah, definitely. You said it. Boy, that would be a sight. Would that be a sight? That, I would love to see a sight like that. Yeah, this is going to be great. The only thing is, I mean, I get these people were kids. I just find it kind of hard to believe. She's not a kid. But, like, everybody else, I suppose Rika isn't as well. Like, they're literally not even adults at this point. But, yeah. I just really don't. I really wonder if they can beat them. I really do. I mean, the only thing is, even though they do sound very well planned, I just really wonder if, like, for example, what about the hostage method? What if these people are so unforgiving that they just gun her down instantly? Then Takano does, you know, the Watanagasi ritual. I mean, it could be possible. Who knows? No, the only thing is they can't do that because they need to remember that with the research, the second they're exposed and reported to the police, that's all the research potentially got. I really don't know. Dude, I have like a part of my neck that is really hurting at the moment. Oh, it's really annoying whenever I sort of twist my head. That should be the final method we use though. Otherwise, once we're barricaded in the hills, the situation will change quite a bit. This should be our last resort. Yeah, fair enough. She's right. The traps in the hills are great as a defense measure, but that's all they can do. Yeah, they can't attack the enemy for us. Yeah, fair. Yeah, I really do wonder what they're going to do. So, I'm assuming what they're going to do is they're just going to lure the soldiers up the hill, and then, obviously, like, the hill is going to contain loads of traps that are probably either fatal or really painful and really unsafe. And then they're probably going to get to the top of the hill where they're going to barricade themselves in some sort of... I don't really know how they're going to do it, I wonder. The barricade on the hill is our last resort, huh? The very final resort for when the enemy attacks this location, and we have no other choice but to leave. Yeah. Oh wait, hang on a second. So when she says this location, she's talking about here, right? So these people actually think that the Sonozaki house may be attacked. By the way, we have an underground tunnel leading out that's connected to a well in the back. Oh, that's actually really interesting. So, oh, wow. Hang on a second, so the well, like, Sion believes, like, all of the dead bodies are actually dumped down in, like, Meokashi, for example. And Satoshi is down there and stuff like that. That's actually sort of an escape route. It's not even a proper well. It's not a proper well because it's an escape route. I don't really get why you would need an escape route in, like, a private torture chamber. But, yeah, I mean, that just seems really weird though, because, like, that used to be a torture room, so why would you have an escape room? Like, what would happen if these people just, I don't know, they chanced it and they got lucky? They just tried to search for something like that and they got lucky. Who knows? Wow. Your house is amazing, Mio. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. I mean, not everybody has a blooming torture room in their house. Jesus Christ. Oh shit, this is really getting crazy. Yeah, the enemy is in... yeah. Yeah, it is actually kind of funny. The enemy is a mysterious organization. We have a secret operation, a secret base, and now a secret underground tunnel. It really is just like... I don't know, it's just... It's just sort of like a... It's just like a military thing, really. It's just like low-budget military. This is just the sort of thing that gets a guy excited. Fair enough, yeah. I mean, not everybody gets to experience stuff like that. I mean, that must be. I do kind of, even though it is so dangerous, it must be really, really interesting to actually do stuff like this. I'm not a guy, but I'm excited. Okay, now we have 2 ideas. We'll come up with more. Can anybody think of anything else? Oh. Does she make that noise every single time she... It's really funny, this noise, because like she makes it whenever she's, you know, like really stressed, but she also makes it whenever she's excited. I just genuinely can't tell which one it is. Let's see. We want at least one more. Fair enough. The last one is a rather defensive tactic too. Isn't there something more aggressive that's perfect for our club? Oh, is he thinking of, you know, the old combat? You know. Somewhere to hit them real good and also play that will set back their conspiracy. Can we pull off something like that? I really wonder. Could you imagine if, you remember when Mitsumi Holowashi where Geiichi actually sort of convinces Zeno that Hinamizawa syndrome is fake, and all of the stories that she had were just really well crafted delusions. Like, you really do wonder if that could potentially happen here. I don't really think it would though, but yeah. With the combined teamwork of, let's say, Takano, Irie, Tomitake, people like that, maybe, who knows? Yeah, I'm sure we can. We're not as powerless as you think, Rika-san, and it's not like we don't have cards to play. You're their ultimate objective and you're with us. Yeah, that's one crucial card on my side. Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, these people, they are very strong. They are not as powerless as anybody would think. I mean, my God, hang on a second. I just want to sort of... Oh yeah, using decals as decoy. Yeah. And it's not just in the sense of using you as bait. Yeah. But the only thing is they are kind of going to do that, but still. That's true. Is it huge disadvantage for them that we have a Queen Carrier? Yeah, definitely. We need to. I was kind of forgetting, but like the Queen Carrier, that is such a big research related thing, really. I mean, what's their goal? Yeah, what is their goal? Kill Rika-chan, trigger this emergency manual to eliminate the whole village and use that chaos in their internal faction wars. Yeah, definitely. Right? Yeah. Yeah. To them, Rika is like a fuse on a stick of iron. That's actually a really interesting analogy. Yeah, I suppose when you actually light the fuse, in other words, when you kill and fucking disembowel the fuse, then everything explodes. Yeah, I suppose. I was actually thinking, I wasn't really thinking of the obvious, that Hinamizawa would obviously explode and, kill everyone. I was thinking more of the case, like, everything would explode in the faction-related things and shit would change in Tokyo, let's just say that. They want to set that dynamite off, cause chaos and use that to gain something for themselves. Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It really is just unbelievable that people like this actually exist. Sorry. Of course, no shit. It's really unbelievable that people like this that exist aren't behind bars. What the fuck am I hearing? Sorry. So if we keep it from exploding, we win. Yeah, definitely. I mean, the thing is, if they want to keep it from exploding, they're gonna have to like make this person alive, or stay alive even. You're right. We have to continue defending her, but all they have to do is kill Rika-chan in any way. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's like a soccer game with a goal on only one side. I don't really think so. I mean, the thing is, I suppose with Tokyo, like, the only goal is to kill Rika. But, yeah. Yeah, I suppose Tokyo are the people that are actually trying to score the goal and they're the people that are trying to defend it, but at the same time, the goal they would have would be to get Tokyo out and to denounce this unfair game for what it is and call in the Bloodhounds is the point of the Tomitake operation, right? Isn't there a goal for us though, where we defeat their conspiracy? That would actually be really interesting. Like, I mean, could you imagine if Rika is not only beaten, but the conspiracy is actually defeated? I think what would be really interesting, and I really hope this happens. Takano realizing just how wrong she has been in terms of everything, really. There must be something. Sometimes it works from the opposite point of view. To think from the opposite point of view. Ooh, interesting. I wonder what she's gonna think. Oh. Oh, yeah, there is one. That's actually kind of a fair point. I have literally never seen this face before, I swear to God. Neon started to grin in a weird way. Here she goes. The winds are blowing stronger on her side and she's getting into better than top form. Oh yeah, when Mion thinks of something, she probably can really excel. Holy fuck. Mion is pretty smart. She's great at analysing situations. Yeah, fair enough. That's why, when Dikazan first told her everything, she immediately decided that there was no way for us to win and became depressed. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I really do find it surprising that even though they have such a big threat, they're still trying. But I suppose the only thing is they're not trying. They are trying. They're not only trying. They're sort of using all of their abilities and all of their skill sets and they're really combining them together and they're just joining forces, really. They will be forever as one. Funny song reference. But Forever as One is such a good hardstyle song, I really like it. However, while Mion's easily crushed, she's also able to exhibit incredible power when the wind's on her side. Yeah, fair enough. We created that tailwind and now her sail is receiving the push it needs. Yeah, it's actually a really interesting sort of metaphor. Like, so whenever she's sort of unable to think of something and she can't come up with anything, so yeah, she obviously becomes sort of lost and, you know, unable to decide of what to do. She'll be like a sort of ship lost at sea, like, but in her head, I suppose she's lost in her own thought and lost in the situation, really. But when she blows, yeah, hope starts to reformulate. Let me confirm this one more time, Rika-chan. The emergency manual was designed to prevent all the villagers from going insane within 48 hours of your death, right? Yes, that's his purpose. Yeah. Huh? Rika's never died before, so how do they know something like that will happen within 48 hours? Yeah, that's actually fair enough. I mean, I really don't understand why they would actually do that. Let me guess, they look at ants, and then they look at... Maybe they probably look at, like, past case studies they believe that have had similar sort of parasitic effects, like, where the quote-unquote queen carrier dies, and then, yeah, what happens to everybody else and how long they sort of cope without sort of really being changed. I suppose they could probably spot trends. Who knows? I just don't really get how they get that figure. Or if it's just a complete guess, who knows? She's right. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it's really strange. How can they say for sure that all the villagers will go crazy with in 48 hours? I agree. And I do find it actually really interesting now that you think about Manual 34. Manual 34, not the 34th rule. No way. I'm sorry, I had to make the joke. I cannot say something with 34 in without making a reference to the funny. Seriously can't these days. But like anyway, yeah, it's just really insane like with Manual 34 because they don't, let's be honest, they don't really have any proof about, I mean, I suppose they probably have to do it without any proof within like, the case of emergency because they would probably rather have like an educated guess than like no guess if an emergency actually happened. But at the same time, I just don't really know because if you're making something that serious and yet you don't even have a full grasp of what's going to happen, then there's such a thing as an irreversible decision. Like, God. The only thing is, when Takano made that, she never had any terrorist-related intents. Desires, really. I don't understand. Well, according to Takano, something similar apparently happened in another country, and that's where they got the 48 hours from. I have no idea though. Apparently Ilia said he doesn't understand it either. Interesting. That's actually kind of interesting, that. Yeah. I mean, I don't doubt this, but it's just kind of coincidental that Takano is the one that only believes it. I don't really believe this was any malicious intent, though. I think it was just a coincidence that she was the only one who does. Huh? Could it be? I see. I know their weak point. Interesting. I see it too. Yeah, that's right. This is their blind spot. Stop hyping it up, I wanna know. What are you two talking about? What are they talking about? I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. Oh, looks like Mion's getting it as well. Hey, Leonard and Dika-chan, don't you understand? Why don't we put the last person to figure out through a punishment? Oh my god, Leonard and Dika. Could you imagine if Dika gets like some sort of really embarrassing punishment? Like, she's gonna literally die. Maybe. She still has this stress of being the subject of some sadistic organization, you know. But before that, why not enjoy like a really embarrassing punishment? Thumbs up. How about you, Hangyu? Haven't you figured it out yet? Hangyu's silent. There is no way she hasn't figured it out. She's lived too long to not be able to figure it out. Or maybe Mion hasn't actually said what it is, so maybe she's potentially lying that she's figured it out. Who knows? And that would actually be kind of a clever strat, lying at a situation like this. Yes, I have. Okay, good, yeah. That's why Rika is important to talk on. Ah, there's a hint for you too. My brain. Here's a hint from me as well. The enemy's intention is to cause a disaster in Hinamizawa. Yeah, definitely. They intend to do so by using this emergency manual. Yep, and that is where the corruption comes in. Could you imagine if the emergency manual is actually faked and this is just an excuse to, you know, bioterrorism, maybe? No, not even bioterrorism, just general terrorism. I mean, I don't really know. Bioterrorism is like, let's say, I don't know, some sort of thing related to getting... Oh, I don't really know how I can say it. Like, I can give examples. I don't really know like an exact definition. I suppose just terrorism with really badly biological weapons that have really bad effects on people. I suppose masses of releasing those, like, I don't know, even mustard gas, for example, that could be bioterrorism. I don't really know if you count this as bioterrorism though, because the man-made gas could potentially be like, I don't really think it would be bio, but maybe it would be, who knows. In other words, this manual is, in fact, the enemy's Achilles heel. Why would that be a bad thing? Is it because the information isn't fully validated and confirmed? Who knows? I don't get it. I'm surprised that Rika doesn't get it. Rika, if you apologize for everything you've done to me, I'll tell you. Right. She can either do this and avoid a punishment game, or she can not, and like, you know, the opposite. No way. Oh. So I want to concentrate. Oh yeah, she's really taking this really seriously. Yeah, fair. What? Haven't you figured it out yet, Dena? Listen, our attack depends on Tomitake-san, and that's our Achilles heel. On the other hand, the enemy's attack depends on the emergency manual. Fair enough. Could you imagine if they made an effort to sort of... I don't know what they could do. They could do something that would expose the emergency manual. I wonder what they could do though. I mean, I suppose the emergency manual would be some sort of paper document, so you could just burn the document. I mean, that would probably be a good start. But how would you find it? So if we destroy the foundation of the emergency manual, do you see? We just have to make the emergency manual lose its function. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But the only thing is, even though if you have the emergency manual lose its function, Hinamazawa, like, the entirety of Hinamazawa is gonna go. These people would kill people for the sake of their research. You really think that they're gonna sort of do things by the book if the book is destroyed? That's my question. What is the meaning of the emergency manual? It's supposed to hide the existence of the syndrome by making it look like a disaster. Yeah. That's actually really interesting. So I suppose that was actually Dokono's way of sort of responding. That could potentially be Dokono's way of responding to Hinamazawa syndrome. I really wonder. I mean, we're gonna have to learn more before we can make this conclusion. But could you imagine if like this emergency manual being released was because of her wanting to sort of eradicate the syndrome for good? Who knows? So that's why they have to wipe out the entire village within 48 hours. Yeah, I suppose so. I really find it interesting that with the whole gas disaster related thing, none of the people in the village were actually killed. Like, they've all gone down before the disaster actually happens. So I really do just wonder. I mean, I suppose they can't make just some sort of weird ass like gunning happen because if they do, then Yeah, there's going to be a lot of questions. At least this actually seems like they have a alibi, I suppose. And I suppose because it's gassed up, there's going to be no way to check for evidence as well. Yeah. That's what the enemy intends to do, at least. Yeah, definitely. So you're saying, we just have to stop them from executing the manual within 40... Yeah, but the only thing is the manual isn't going to be executed without specific permission from the government. She is trying so hard. How is Rena not getting this? She is like the most mature girl, like, that is in situations like these. Any other situation, yeah, I should shut up. But like this situation, how? But those 48 hours don't start until I'm killed, so I need to outrun them for those 48 hours. Me. Hey, you two are already saying the answer. How are they saying the answer? You good? Let's just say the answer out loud. Yes, thank you! Everybody ready? Here we go. I mean, I can really be bothered to think. So, yeah, this is going to be new for me too. What? Higurashi has to die 48 hours prior? What? Huh? Yeah, of course they all said it in unison, of course. We all said it in unison. Boy, we're good at this. We never mess it up. That'd be really funny if just one person accidentally said something completely differently. I am so confused though. What? I know, I got it. I got it too. No, Higurashi clapped their hands together. They finally figured out. Why did it take so long for us to come up with this? So what is the plan? We finally got it. Anya doesn't look very happy. We should have come up with this on the first try. We were speaking only in defensive terms, so I thought you might never think of this idea. I really do wonder, so Rika dying 48 hours prior, I just wonder what that would do. I mean, that she wouldn't die, obviously, she'd probably fake her death, but yeah. Listen to you. I love you even more, Hanyu. In recognition of your achievements, Damn! When did they have medals? I genuinely never realised they had medals. I'll award you our club's special order cross medal later. Anyway, let's talk about the operation. Their goal was to execute the emergency manual. You didn't know that goal was actually a huge weak point. The foundation of the manual was the notion that the villagers will go crazy within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death. In other words, if nothing happens in the 48 hours after Rika-chan's death, then the foundation of this emergency manual collapses. I couldn't agree more, but the only thing is, if it collapses, then that's the entire organisation exposed, I bet. But the only thing is, I just don't really understand how they would not only fake Rika's death, but secondly, have it to be in a position where Tokyo don't kill them, and obviously Rika, and secondly, like, the gas disaster doesn't actually happen. Nothing actually happens after Hinamizawa. After Rika, to Hinamizawa once Rika dies. That's it, to say the least. Nobody really wants to do such a terrifying thing. But if they don't execute the manual, the villagers might go mad and spread to the surrounding communities. Yeah, they're hesitant to execute it, but they want to keep the damage to a minimum. Yeah, but what if they find Rika-chan's body 48 hours after her death? Yeah, that would be interesting. The major premise that the villagers will lose their minds within 48 hours of the Queen Carrier's death will collapse. Yeah, definitely. Fortunately, Rika's hiding here, so it's possible for us to lie about her death. That would actually be really interesting. Yeah, I'm starting to see it now. So, yeah. Yeah, I really wonder if you actually lie about Rika's death. Let's say the Takano and EDA, you lie. I mean, EDA would obviously be in on it too, but like, if Rika was, if she was actually deceived, if they were actually deceiving them, then I really do wonder if that could potentially work, because the thing is, they have died, and yet the villagers haven't actually gone mad at all. They could potentially disprove the entirety of their theories, and that would actually make the emergency manual collapse, so they wouldn't be able to legally use it. That's actually really genius. God, these people are smart. The only thing is, I mean, I get that this is true and everything, but the only thing is, I'm just kind of concerned about what if this is actually scientifically proven? I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's right though, because, you know, Watanagasi, Miyakashi, that's always what I'll think of. And if anything, you remember what happened in Miyakashi at least? I don't know about Watanagasi, but it's probably the same thing. Like, Rika literally got like a knife and, you know, throat, let's just say that. Like, yeah, I think if she did that, then if the whole Queen Carrier theory was true, then all of the villagers, they would be feeling real pain and just emotional madness, really. But they don't. Look at Ena, for example, someone really badly affected with Hinamizawa syndrome, and yet she hasn't. So it's just really odd. It really is. Fortunately, Rika's hiding here, so it's possible for us to lie about her death. The last time Rika-chan was seen was yesterday at school. Yeah, definitely. And the 48 hours will end before Watanagasi starts as well. It will be 48 hours after that in the early morning of the day after tomorrow. It will be perfect if her body is found around that time. Yeah, but the only thing is, where are they going to find her body? I wonder. And how are they actually going to get the body there? Yeah, it's not exactly the easiest job, and do keep in mind, a lot of mountain dogs are going to be watching, I'm sure. I see, it's possible to fight Rika-chan's death with the help of that voice song. How would you fake it? How would you help? How would Oishi help? I really do wonder if maybe Oishi was told about the whole manual related things, and then he could potentially sort of, you know, be in on the faking death operation, and then that could disprove the emergency manual. I don't know. Indeed. We'll ask Oishi-san to send out an announcement that Rika's body has been found and that it has been at least 48 hours since her death. That is actually fair enough, but the only thing is I just don't really understand, like, I mean, it would be fair enough if this guy was, like, a friend, a close friend, but the only thing is he's a police officer. Can he actually legally lie about someone's body? But the only thing is it is for a better cause, it is for a good cause, so who knows. This water tastes so shit. Ugh. Yeah, definitely. Well, might create some issues if he announces it publicly, so we can just let the EDA Institute know. Coach is still on our side, so it should be possible to deceive them. That's actually really smart though. If they can get Oishi to do that, then this really could get interesting. That is. What an idea. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's got her evil look on. But the emergency manual loses its credibility. Such a horrible operation will never be approved. Exactly. In other words, there are weak points at the emergency manual and because of... Yeah, definitely. Oishi hasn't agreed to help us yet. Yeah, it could definitely be likely that he may decline. Oh. Right. Never mind then. I just trust on you. Genuinely. With stuff like this. Ow. 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 This would be such an amusing trap. I can just picture Takano-san running around in a panic. That is actually fair enough. That'd be really funny though. Takano believes Satoko and I are sick in bed with a cold. Yeah, but as she hasn't actually seen her, she's just assuming it's true. Yeah, and you could actually deceive Takano. You could think what you have heard. You could make her think like what you have heard is a lie, mate. I can actually kind of convince Takano running like really scared as well. That'd just be hilarious. So, especially in a military commander uniform, I think that'd just be really contradictory as well. But as it turns out, we were somewhere else, and suddenly my body shows up, having been dead for over 48 hours. The only thing I don't really understand about this is, I don't really understand where she's going to get the body, where she's actually going to put her body, and I also don't understand where I mean, I suppose maybe she's just gonna get Oishi to die that it's being taken for a police autopsy or something like that. That could be a solution, but the only thing is if he doesn't do that, because it definitely does sound like something mischievous. And the thing is about Oishi, what if he doesn't even help in the first place? Because do remember, he's still in that dilemma of, does he take the pension and the retirement, or does he take, you know, more policing? Who knows? This is going to be super thrilling. Yeah, definitely. The Matsuribayashi will have to accept the failure of the emergency manual and withdraw. That's when the hunters become the hunted. Oh, I like that. By that time, Tomitaka-san would have found out something about the enemy. Yeah, and Tomitaka probably would have found something that puts all of them in the bars. In bars, well, behind bars, but like still. And you'll kill in the Bloodhounds to defeat them. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. That's our goal. It is the goal, but the only thing is it may be really, really difficult. It is going to be really difficult, but I think it's so worth it. I just hope it's not going to be too difficult, you know? Alright! I can smell our victory from here. Man, how perfect is this? This is all going to work out, I'm sure of it. I really, really hope it will. I mean, the only thing is I don't know if it will, but yeah, you can hope. We will encourage each other with a hip hip hooray. This is definitely getting really, really interesting. Yeah. Still, what's key is that the claim of Higurashi being dead for 48 hours is believable. Yeah, I agree. For that, we'll need Oishi-san's help. Ooh, so we're actually going to ask him here. I wonder. So we're outside the Sonozaki. And right as we thought of asking him, he arrives at the Sonozaki residence. Interesting. Oishi-san knows that Higurashi is hiding here. Oh, right, alright. He also knows that some members of the Mountain Dogs have infiltrated the police station. Yeah. That's actually really bad, though. I wonder... Maybe even wire-trapped Higurashi-san's home phone. Yeah, but they have them with a Sonozaki home phone, at least. But the thing is, I suppose that's going to make Akazaka's life so much harder, but yeah, he has to do his stuff. So, oops. So the safest way to contact her, he figured, is in person. Yeah, fair enough, yeah. I saw that the EDA earlier. He told me to tell you that Akazaka-san is doing just fine. Brilliant, yeah. He's grown a lot in the past 5 years. He really has, yeah. He'll hold down the fort. Yeah, I find it really interesting that Oishi as well. I think that dilemma, you know, the answer. I think it's probably obvious which one he's actually picked. He's definitely going to do his policing, you know. Oishi-san loses his tie role. Drinking his barley tea. I bet he never thought he'd end up drinking a glass of barley tea at the home of his old enemy, the Sonozaki family. Yeah, definitely. But I just think it's so odd that in this, Oishi doesn't actually think there's a Sonozaki family. Well, he knows all of his thoughts about the conspiracies that surround this have been completely wrong. It really is nuts. So, Oishi, what do you think of our 48-hour operation? Yeah, I really do wonder what he is going to think of it. I think it's a pretty good idea. Ooh, right, now we're talking. It'll shake them up quite a bit. In their panic, they'll make mistakes, which they will, yep. And Takano as well. She definitely sounds like the person to do stuff like that. And that will give Tomitaka-san the chance to get a drop on them. Fair enough, yeah. No, it's a really great strategy. They say 2 heads are better than 1, but with all your young minds together, you come up with a fantastic idea. Yeah, definitely, and you would have thought because these people were so quote-unquote young, I mean, like Nika and Hanyu, a little bit of an exception here, but yeah, because everyone else is just so young, you would have thought these people would have came up with something completely awful. But no, it's just really well thought out, it's really well done. Oishi loved in admiration and assured us that the operation would definitely make an impact. Oh yeah, yeah. However, he hesitated a little too. This is pretty sink or swim, you know? Whether we win or lose, I'll have to take responsibility. I'll do my best to put out the splinters, but if I don't do a good job of it, I'll end up in pretty deep. I have to resign myself to that. Oh god, that is actually a really big risk though. Fucking hell. So no matter how good this is gonna get, because Oishi is actually helping us, he may have to resign. In our 48-hour operation, Oishi-san ends up bearing most of the responsibility. Yeah, definitely. And the thing is, he's spreading false propaganda about a dead body. I mean, the only thing is, I just don't really know. You could probably justify it as the fact that it was an excuse with the operation, but at the same time, what about all the other things? Like, for example, I don't know, just everything that would be really sort of bad about spreading propaganda like that. And the police are a strict organisation. Yeah, there's no guarantee they wouldn't investigate. That's actually fair enough, yeah. Oishi-san is planning to retire this year. He needs his pension in order to pay off his mortgage. Jesus, so he's not paid off his mortgage. Oh god. Yeah, he's spending on like loads of, I'd assume, mahjong money. He said gambling money, probably mahjong. Drinking. Oh god, yeah. He's at a very delicate point in his life. Yeah, well, this is a big deal for Nika-san. It's a lot to ask for Oishi too. He has to risk throwing away everything for our sakes. I definitely agree, but the only thing is I wonder if Oishi I mean, if Oishi thinks that this person and potentially the lives of the entire village are more important than his pension, then yeah, he's definitely going to stay. And I really hope he does. If he doesn't, then yeah, that's just going to be really sad. Shit. This operation is a great idea, believe me. But I just can't. If Oishi doesn't do it, then I kind of get the impression that maybe Keiichi or somebody like that, just somebody in the friend group is going to have to do it. But the only thing is, it won't really sound official if somebody in the friend group's doing it. If it's an actual police officer, then it will get like a full confirmation that they can fully trust, you know? Oishi, if it's too much, you don't have to accept that part. If it's too much, you don't have to accept the part. We don't want to win by using you as a sacrifice. Yeah, that's understandable, yeah. It's such a big risk, though. I really do wonder what he's going to decide in the end. I kind of get the feeling this is just sort of subtly persuading him, you know? Nobody knew what to say to him, but Anya broke the silence. Yeah, that's understandable. She's full of energy. She's full of energy during our club, but at times she also has the power to heal the hearts of those who are hesitating and growing weak. She does, yeah, but yeah, I think we may know why that is. I wonder. It's like being enveloped in a mysterious embrace. If her appearance matched her level of maturity, Hanya would really look like a mother. Fair enough, yeah. Besides, we're members of the most powerful club in the world. Even if the 48-hour operation can't work, we're sure to come up with another idea straight away. That is actually understandable, yeah. Right, Mio? The only thing is I don't really understand what they would do, but at the same time, I think they've got the foundations. They've definitely laid them. They just need to think of another idea to actually get the information of... a potential dead body to be sort of relayed to, you know, the people that are really involved in this. I love that they call themselves the most powerful club in the world. I mean, if they are the most powerful club in the world, then oh my god. That's a little bit scary. I would definitely not want to get on the bad side of these people, let's just say that. Yeah. That's alright. Oishi, son, you can say no, okay? We shouldn't have gotten all excited over this without even considering your situation. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, that's true. I'm sorry, Oishi. Then I whispered to me while watching them talk. Hanya-chan is good at this. Oh yeah, yeah, who can say no when a cute little girl says stuff like that to them? Yeah. I just feel intimidated. Eh? What? Do you mean, is that what Hanya's trying to do? Yep. Me. She's even more sly than I am. Yeah, my god. As I saw moaned and groaned, Hanya looked over and grinned wickedly at us. I take it back. This girl, she really is sly. That's actually fair enough. I mean, my god. If she's actually... This is cool and all, but if Oishi isn't actually convinced, then yeah, fuck it. He needs to be convinced for me to be impressed, at least. She's really fitted into the club well, my god. Hanya is more dangerous than I thought. Fair enough. Next time we do a club activity, I'll really have to watch out. Yeah, definitely. I mean, I suppose Hanya being here really creates increasing competition. But at the same time, Hanya being here sort of makes up for Shion not being there. Maybe Shion would never be as good as Hanya, no way. But like, when Shion coming to the school, man, oh, it's kind of a shame that like, maybe in the final Hinamizawa, Shion isn't actually going to be in the school. It's kind of a shame. Please let me sleep on it. Oh, well, you only have like one night, or maybe even two at the very most. Let me please sleep on it. There's someone at the station I really trust, so I think I'll discuss it with him. Yeah, that's actually fair enough. I wonder who he's gonna do it with. Don't worry, he won't rat me out. If I agree to do this, I can't make any mistakes. Yeah, you really can't, no. So before I do, please let me think over the chance of success. Yeah, definitely. Oishi is a very calculated man, and I really admire that, actually. Oishi never makes promises unless he's sure he can keep them. And I love that, yeah. That's why he speaks cautiously, but considering his position, it was certainly a decision that required courage. It did, definitely, and especially because of the implications this decision is going to have. I mean, yeah. If you did a decision this big without calculating it, you are probably stupid, let's be honest. Don't worry, Oishi. Oh no, what are you gonna do, honey? Even if you lose your pension, Mion will take care of it. That's actually kind of fair enough, because there is going to be a lot of money coming from the Sonozaki family, because like, they're rich as fuck. That's actually interesting, yeah. I think anything is because the Sonozaki family has been technically saved by Oishi. I mean, he will probably play a leading role in like saving the entirety of Hinamizawa. Yeah, I think it might be a little bit more than the pension you get normally. Won't you? Meep. If he's gonna help us, we have to do that for Oishi. Yeah, definitely. Meep. Nika, don't say meep challenge. Hanya, don't say ow 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 ah challenge. Then I don't say hard challenge. Huh? Whenever stress presents itself, laugh in the face of it. But, you know. Yep, despite how bad this old man looks, my family is pretty rich. That laugh, you could just so tell how forced that was. Oh my god, this is awkward. Nika's definitely inherited sort of the, you know, the slyness, the sort of really subtle intimidation from Hanyu, easily. We've got 2 sly foxes. Yeah, definitely. Our club's going to be the epitome of free-for-all in the future. The meeting ends with that. I really wonder if Ozzy's going to accept, honestly. The meeting ends with that. We'll find out if we can go ahead with the 48-hour operation or not by tomorrow, depending on Ozzy-san's answer. Brilliant, yeah. We haven't heard from Tomitake-san yet, but I'm sure he started his investigation on Dokono-san. The coach and Akazaka-san have to wait patiently, each surrounded by the enemy. Yeah, definitely, yeah. They're going to have a very boring future 2 days, but yeah. It's definitely going to be worth it, let's just say that. They're both in very dangerous positions, so I would just have to pray for their safety. Yeah, that's understandable. I mean, yeah. And then there's Takano-san. I'm still having a hard time believing that she's involved in such a vast conspiracy. If somebody told me this whole thing was a lie, I might even believe them. That's understandable, yeah. But the only thing is, I think... No, if somebody told us that this whole conspiracy that we've seen it was a lie, I would genuinely say it for the first time. Like, I would genuinely have really bad... I would have a massive disapproval for this story, let's just say that. Like, if that was actually the case. I mean, yeah, I know it's not going to happen, but still. That's why I want Tomitaka-san to investigate. She's mysterious and a bit cold, but she can be fun to be around too. I will never forget in, I think it's Minagoroshi, you know, that little sus scene where before she gets in the, what's it, the Saiguden, the ritual storehouse, that's it. I can't believe I forgot that. I'm just really tired right now at the moment. I think that's why my brain has literally shattered. Also, I've always thought of her as one of the villagers. Yeah, it's interesting that. It hurts more than a little to suspect one of your own. Yeah, that's understandable. I can understand what Tomitake-san is going through. This doesn't have to be an investigation to confirm her guilt. Instead, I want him to prove that she is not guilty. Oh, that would be really interesting, but the only thing is, if she's not guilty, then how else are you going to get killed, I wonder? It's too painful for people to doubt one another. Ooh. Oh. Oh. Right. shit's getting real here. Oh, not yet, I want to reread this, but like, yeah, after that. Hello. Oh, sorry for making you call me so often. First, Lieutenant Omitake. So he's a first lieutenant. I didn't actually realise that. That is a really high rank, God. Or at least I think it is. I'm not entirely sure though, because I am not army equipped in the brain. I've got really good English. That's okay. Anyway, did you find out anything? Background investigation usually takes a few months. Oh, that's actually kind of interesting. So they're not really going to have much time to do it. I suppose they're probably just going to work hard as they possibly can, though, because it's an emergency-related thing. So I didn't realise. I thought Tomitake was actually going to be conducting the investigation himself, but he's actually getting the Bloodhounds to do it for him, and then he's the one reporting their results back. He is a liaison, I suppose, so maybe that would be some sort of explanation for it. I don't know. It can't be rushed within a day or two. Yeah, but Tomitake sensed that something huge has started to make its move after what Dika and the others told him. Yeah. And it was definitely getting closer. Yeah. But once it was close enough to see, it would be too late. Couldn't agree more, actually, now that I think about it. That was why he was checking on their progress so frequently. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. We're still investigating Major Takano as we speak. When she took a position in the Alphabet Project, her background was already investigated by a different department, so we've requested those documents to be handed over? Really? That's actually really surprising. I wonder why she would have been investigated then. Or maybe it's because of her funding being illegally funneled from the funds that go out of the business district in Japan. I forgot what it was called. Like that massive business district city from public taxes, you know. Yeah. I think it's probably because she's one of the people that are being illegally given public funds by Koizumi and his faction. Maybe that could be why. The entire team is investigating what she's been doing since the time she joined the project. Please give us a little longer. Oh, that's actually really good, yeah. That's really going to be beneficial though, if the entire team is working on it. Jesus Christ. It's definitely going to be, that's going to be really fast workflow and lots of results. I understand, however, the situation is urgent, so please work as quickly as you can. Yes, of course. Brilliant. By the way, we got an emergency order to investigate the EDA. Oh, that's interesting. By the way, we got an emergency order to investigate the EDA Institute today, unrelated to your request. It's our top priority now. The chief of staff requested it. hang on a second, the chief of staff, that's actually really interesting. So definitely Takano or Nomura. I think Nomura's probably more likely because of how, or her organization, top people with her organization, I'd assume, like, that's why chief of staff requesting it is really important. That's really interesting. So the investigations that are going on are really sort of contrasting. The chief of staff, and it isn't related to my request. Yes. Well, it's supposed to be a separate matter. From what I can see, I think this is a powerful boost from the top towards your investigation. When I'm finished. So I really found it interesting. I wonder why the EDA Institute is being investigated. The chief of staff is helping out. What does this mean? The only thing I can assume is that the other members of the JG SDF have realised the danger of the conspiracy surrounding the EDA Institute. Fair enough, yeah, definitely. I find it really funny the one time like people were actually recognising the urgency of the research, any research related thing, is when the research falling apart is happening, never when the research was actually starting. I think that just sort of, that's just really ironic, that. I find it really interesting that they think this is a powerful boost from the top, but I'm assuming because EDF was actually blamed for, I think it was embezzlement, and he was set up for the murder of Tomitake and Takano, by Takano in the end. I find it really interesting that she's actually investigating the EDA Institute. They're probably looking for anything they can use against them. Why would they investigate her? Maybe it's Nomada's organisation without Takano's knowledge, who knows? I wonder what JG stands for. SDF, Self-Defense Force, obviously, but I don't know. Like Dika-chan said, if this conspiracy's intent is to execute the emergency manual, then the opposing camp will try to stop that from happening. Yeah, definitely. My request for an investigation is the first step in putting a stop to their plans. Yeah. So if the masterminds were influencing the chief of staff, I'd probably try to shut my investigation down. That's actually fair enough, yeah, but that is off. It's either that or they don't know that the investigation is actually happening. But the only thing is, I mean, the Bloodhound wasn't actually very... It wasn't very... I mean, the only thing is, if Takano was actually suggesting this, then... No, I do reckon, let's say Nomada actually did this. If somebody higher than Takano actually conducted this investigation, then it would probably sound, it wouldn't really sound like a threat that an investigation on her is also being carried out. But if it was Takano that did it, they would definitely hide it from her, I'm sure. They'd hide that they're doing an investigation on Takano from everyone apart, from nobody apart from Takano. he's supporting it instead, which probably means the chief of staff isn't my enemy. Yeah, definitely. But the only thing is with the Idiga Institute, maybe because they're like, maybe they're making it look like he's supporting it. Maybe he isn't actually doing it in reality, but I don't know. Who knows? I really have no idea. In fact, he might belong to the opposing camp. Now, it's hard to say if he belongs to them or not. He might just be under what? He might just be underwater from the ones pulling the strings for the opposing camp. Yeah, easily. If that's true, then the enemy has already noticed something, and it's possible that they will start exerting pressure soon enough. Yeah. So, how much can I find out before that happens? Not much about the top brass. Still, for the chief of staff to get involved. Yeah, it really is big. I mean, the chief of staff, that's basically like a manager, I suppose. Putting aside if Dokono-san is guilty or not, I'm certain that something extremely big is starting to happen around the EDA Institute. Yeah, and he's actually very right with this, yeah. We're making progress on investigating the Institute. We haven't analysed the data yet, but some of the financial records are suspicious. Oh yeah, they don't actually know about the illegal funding. Yeah, right. Or maybe this could potentially be finance from Takano. I don't really think EDO would actually have any bad intent, but well, we don't know that. How can we make assumptions? Investigations, anybody could be at fault. Like, you don't know. We don't know if it's just a simple paperwork mistake or if somebody is actually trying to juggle funding, but I'll have an expert looking into it. Brilliant. Yeah, I really wonder. Juggling funding, I wonder what that actually is. So I'd assume, well, if you juggle a ball, then I suppose you get one ball from one hand to the other. It's either that or you get funding from one place to another. And then you get, maybe it could be some sort of like money laundering thing. So you put a big amount of money that's actually in the company aside to another company, and then maybe you put a big money. Sorry, my nose being funny. You put a big amount into the company, and then you give a little bit back. Maybe, I don't know. And then you keep on doing that until your company has made massive profits, and then all of the funds of the EDA Institute have been really decreased. Who knows? What do you mean by suspicious? Oh god, why is there blood? Well, as you know, there's an account for the funds supplied to the EDA Institute, but the numbers don't match up. It's possible that there's inflows or outflows of money that haven't been recorded. That's actually really interesting, yeah. I really wonder if that could be money laundering. So I'm assuming inflow is just money from sender to recipient. I just want to check, though. I'm actually really lucky I searched that. So the movement of a large amount of money into a place, right? Besides that, there are questionable dates on some receipts. Interesting. That's actually really surprising. Besides that, there were questionable. True. It's a fair point. Dates on some receipts. We're expecting forgery. I just want to get like a full definition of forgery. Oh, right. So the action of forging a company or an imitation of a document, signature, banknote, or work of art. That's interesting. Funds are usually supplied annually. For example, if a budget of 1 million yen is approved, 1 million is supplied in April and the facility manages those funds so they can keep things running for 1 year. So depending on how they use the money, it's possible to have some left over at the end of the year. If they only use 900,000 yen, they will have 100,000 yen left. No, really? No, just kidding. Then for the following year, they'll be told that as they only needed 900,000 yen, 900,000 should be enough. That's fucked. Yo. What if they only use like a tiny bit, but let's say for example in the research something that I've actually got kind of a good example. So let's say when they discover the microbe and they actually discover what they could potentially do with the cures, they're going to need much more budget than when they didn't actually know where they were sort of going to start, you know? And especially when they were actually doing the dissections and stuff like that, they probably needed a lot of budget for that. Of course. So the amount of budget would always vary, but you'd have to adapt it to this. That's fucked. Furthermore, there should be 100,000 yen left over, so they should only need 800,000 the following year. Therefore, they then only get 800,000 yen when April comes around, which is 200,000 yen less than the previous year. It really just does sound like... I don't really know if this is fair in terms of the rules of like legal related things, but it just sounds like a massive con. God. As some of you have already noticed, the more leftover money you have, the fewer funds you receive the next year. Yeah, definitely. I wonder if a lot of these... That'd actually be really interesting if a lot of these fake transactions were to minimise the amount of leftover money that was actually there. Therefore, it's smart to use up your entire budget. Yeah. But some people try to get by until the end of the year. And if there is 100,000 yen left, they try to make it look like as though they've used up the money, even when it's, in fact, in a safe somewhere. Yeah, that's what I thought, so. It's definitely what I thought. They report that they've used exactly 1 million yen and they get another 1 million for the following year. Yeah, there is still 100,000 yen sitting in a safe. So even though that rule is kind of fucked, but at the same time, it's the law. This is basically illegal, I'd assume. This 100,000 yen is called a pooled fund or a slush fund. If they keep running with only 900,000 yen per year, then 100,000 will be added to the slush fund in the safe annually. Yeah, definitely. I mean, especially if this is a big research operation. Like, could you imagine, let's say, like, I don't know. Yeah, you could do anything really. I mean, if anything, could you imagine like a research operation where I mean, it'd be very hard to do because of inspections from the people actually organising it. But could you imagine if you spent so little on the research that, let's say you got a 1,000,000 yen budget and then you only spent like 100,000 yen, and then you got like 900,000 yen in like a safe every year. I mean, it would be very hard not to get caught because of how much it is, but at the same time, that would really add up. I mean, that's just really... Let me just get a perspective. How much is the 100,000 yen to pounds? Oh, right, so that isn't actually that much, to be fair. It's 546 quid, but still, 5,464 quid over the course of 10 years. That is definitely something that adds up. And only a handful of people will know about the money. Yeah. This is how public funds get embezzled or turned into private money. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah. Could you imagine if, like, a research operation was really underfunded just so they could do things like this? As we previously mentioned, the Alphabet Project is using this exact trick, and so the masterminds are pulling in huge amounts of public funding. That's actually really interesting. So I'm assuming they're probably using money from just taxes to fund operations. They're really lying about the amount they're going to need, and as a result, they're pulling in huge stacks. God. It's smart, to be fair, but very fucking illegal. To avoid this kind of situation, there is an audit of actions. To avoid this kind of situation, there is an audit of accounts performed every year, and oversight to ensure nobody's fattening their pockets or creating slush funds. By the way, it's been said that the reason why civil engineering projects tend to start up at the end of the year is so that they won't have that 100,000 yen left. That's not relevant right now. The point is that they have to work hard to get the funds they want. Yeah, definitely. Well, that's an example of having some money left over, which is certainly not bad. However, it can also be possible that there isn't enough money. Yeah, that is. Yeah. I suppose that really is when it gets corrupt. After all, they're only granted 1 year's worth of funds, so they can't just delve into a savings account like we do in our lives. That excess money just doesn't exist. So I'm assuming here, like, there isn't enough money to not only fund the budget in its full capacity, but also for there to be leftover money. But the only thing is, why would you fund something if you know you're not going to be able to have enough money to cover all the funding over the courses of years? Who knows? Yeah, they definitely can't. Huge amount of funding coming from a random source into an account that is pretty suspicious. Therefore, an estimate report should never show more expenditure than revenue. Yeah. If that happens, that means there was some extra money other than what was supplied. Yeah, fair. That's how slush funds are discovered. That's actually really interesting. You would have thought if these people have the brains to do things like slush fund, I don't know, accumulation. I just had to use the most weird and stupid word I could for it. Yeah, obviously. But, yeah. Forgot what I was saying, by the way. Tomitaka was told that it was still under investigation, but the EDA's Tomitaka was told that it was still under investigation, but the EDA Institute's suspicious financial records could be the case. I don't believe EDA is involved in this. The former would be fine. It's quite common after all. But if it was the latter, there could be something quite nasty lying beneath the surface. Yeah, I don't actually know what he's talking about when referring to former. So I'm assuming the former is just like... So I'm assuming the latter is slush funds, but the former is, you know, just the budget diminishing. Who knows? Yeah, fair enough, yeah. In other words, it was quite possible that the funding was coming into the EDA Institute for something other than the formal Nomina's law. Bet. That would actually explain the funding problems, and what they did to actually convince Takano their organisation was brilliant, and something she should get all of her faiths up for, you know. To be more exact, there was a chance somebody was interfering with the EDA Institute by supplying funds. Right. Ooh, ho ho ho. Tomitaka was having his men look into the possibility of Takano and the Mountain Dogs rebelling against Tokyo. Oh, look at that. Tomitaka literally has got the nail, and he has hit it so hard on the head that the head's, you know, we got a man down. We're gonna man down. But genuinely, dude, that's insane. He really has got it. While it was certainly possible for Takano to do so, because of her personal investment in their research project, it was hard to believe that the Mountain Dogs could betray their employers out of sympathy. Yeah, I suppose the fun could be Mountain Dogs as well. Who knows? For the dogs, for the Mountain Dogs to I'm never calling them the dogs. For the Manta dogs to take part in Takano's conspiracy, a huge amount of money would have to be involved. And the discrepancy that Tomitake's men had identified could be a sign of such. Oh, right. Yeah, I suppose the slush funds could potentially be directed to them. But the only thing is that would take a lot of years to actually accumulate enough funds to actually do something as big as this, I'd assume. But it kind of depends on how much they're actually sort of, you know, slushing. No, embezzling is the right word. Oh, hello. Sorry, I just received a report. You know... Oh, you know Koizumi Sensei, don't you? The head of the old Koizumi faction. He passed away recently, which led to the faction breaking up. Do you know anything about a personal relationship between him and Major Takano? That's actually going to look really bad. Shit, this could actually potentially be really bad because Takano knew nothing about how the funds were actually coming in. Oh no, because if Takano thinks that... Takano doesn't suspect anything of Koizumi. Koizumi has said nothing to her. Yes, I've heard about that. But did you know that Koizumi Sensei and the late Dr. Takano had a personal relationship? Yeah, but I don't really get what the significance of this is. Yeah. No, I see. Yeah, no, I see. Now I know why Koizumi Sensei doted over Major Takano. This is very interesting. Yeah, as a matter of fact, after Koizumi Sensei's death, his private accounts were liquidated. If a business goes into liquidation, isn't that where the business has performed so badly that it just ceases to exist, really? Like there's no funds. It's sort of like when liability when you have like, how do I put this? When you have so much of a debt that it's literally unpayable by the business. It depends if you have limited or unlimited, obviously. Like, I suppose kind of depends. There's a lot of disadvantages and advantages for both, but like, yeah. I forgot what my point was. Oh, I'm good at this, aren't I? Let me just check what liquidated means in the context of accounts. Liquidated. Manning. Oh, yes. Oh, the conversions of assets into cash, the clearing of debt. Informal, the killing of somebody typical by violent means. Right, okay then. My liquidation. No, please no. Right, so if it's private accounts, well, I'm assuming just all the debt being sold off and also the assets there, I suppose. And they found some withdrawals made by Koizumi Sensei himself instead of the attorney who took care of his finances. But Koizumi's dead. What? What's an attorney? Person typically a lawyer appointed to act for another in business or legal matters. Right, okay. It happened about half a year ago before the Eating Institute's establishment was approved by the Alphabet Project. Also, what? Did Koizumi Sensei use the money to make necessary arrangements beforehand in order to establish the institute? Yep. No, it doesn't really took care of the money for that. So the withdrawal wasn't made for that purpose. It was made a very personal expenditure considering that he bypassed his trusted attorney. Yeah. How rich you have to be to have an attorney for yourself? I mean, I wonder. It probably costs a lot of money. So, could that involve the relationship between Koizumi Sensei and Takano-san? Does that mean Koizumi Sensei has supplied funds to Takano Mio personally? Yes. That's what we think, and we are trying to corroborate. We're trying to corroborate that as we speak. So I'm assuming that's just another word for confirm, another posher word for it. And then the Koizumi Sensei gave money to Major Takano for purposes other than necessary arrangements for establishing the institute. I would be really interested if they didn't actually know about the military purposes, because if that's the case, then that is why other funds are actually being supplied. Yeah, I really wonder. I mean, why would they know? They don't really know the inner workings of the Alphabet Project, I'd assume. I don't know though. So saying it's possible that Major Takano has a huge amount of cash at his disposal to help instigate a revolt. It's really interesting this is actually said, because the thing is, even though when the research funding was actually cut, she was so devastated. She wouldn't be if she had this. But at the same time, maybe what she had isn't enough to actually start the research again. Who knows? Right, revolt. Take violent. Oh right. take violent action against the government ruler. Rebel. Interesting. To establish the Institute, Major Takano adjusted things with various organizations, but she did that all through legitimate means. Easily, yeah. So, if she didn't use any of her personal supply for that, she should still have the whole amount at her disposal. Yeah. I'm sorry, but what is that amount? What? A billion yen? Hang on a second. What's that in quid? How many zeros is a billion? It's not. It's 8, right? Oh, come on, man. Dude, I hate this keyboard so much. It's so hard to type anything. Oh, I typed 7 zeros. Wait, no, it's 9. Oh my god, I'm stupid. 5,466,000 quid. What? I'm very close to Takano-san, but I had no idea she was so rich. Actually, she's rather tight with her money. That's insane. That's ridiculous, though. I thought like 100 million, 500 million at tops. Not a billion. She's never acted as if she had a billion yen just sitting around. Yeah, definitely. Or maybe she didn't know. Well, of course she would. But then, that money isn't just money to her. Yeah, but it's a form of support from her dear grandfather's friend. So she'd have it to save it for when she needed it the most. If the new board of directors had even a little interest in her research, she would have used the money on them. But they simply laughed at her. But the only thing is, I don't really understand why she wouldn't use these personally gained funds for her research. No, but the only thing is, it's so many funds, and it's probably, compared to the actual funding the research is getting, it's probably a lot more. So it would probably start looking like, what's that? Was slush funds if they did that. But the only thing is, if they spent more than a slush fund could possibly generate, like let's say if you could in like 3 years have 300,000 grand of slush funds, if you use like 500,000 grand in your expenditures, then I wonder if that would sort of rule that off. Or maybe it wouldn't. Maybe it would think like you've used all your slush funds and then you've used 2,000 quid from another weird source. Yes, you can't really do it without being dodgy, I suppose. So Takano-san gave up on bribing them. Yeah, instead, she decided to use it now because her research project was going to be terminated anyway. Yeah. With a billion yen, it might be possible to bribe the mountain dogs easily. If she has sponsors, it will be even easier. Her grandfather couldn't complete his life's work, but she's planning a magnificent conclusion for it. Yeah. let's just hope that conclusion is her getting a life sentence. I mean, to be fair, she hasn't actually. Shut the fuck up. She has dissected one human being, poisoned another one to death, and she has, with Rika's mum, she's not only done something against her will without consent, she's also, to Rika, but she's also dragged her away, I suppose, and dragged her away, dissected her, and, yeah. Yeah, I think that's probably going to earn you, like, you know, like maybe fucking... I'd hope like over 30 years in prison. Shit. Those can't be her true intentions. Yeah, it's scary. Could you imagine what would have happened if the new board of directors didn't laugh at her? Oh no. Someone has to be deceiving. Oh yeah. Funny that. Takano-san, I'm sorry. Oh no, this is not your fault. I'm sorry I didn't notice you're sorry, even though I've been right beside you. Oh, so that's the end of that. Dude! I really do find it interesting. Yeah, he has definitely cracked it. That really was unbelievable, though. I'm really surprised about that. Oh. Takeout. Oh yeah, that's takeout for Dika, I'm assuming. Yeah, that's Satoko and like everybody else saying that, maybe. I'm just so nervous with the bright light. Ah, that's going to be interesting to read about. Dude, that was so cool today, my god. I love seeing everything. I think my favourite thing was, you know, Jesus, I've been playing for 2.5 hours. That's concerning. I think my favourite thing today was definitely seeing, like, the financial shit. Like, oh god, I'm so annoyed my webcam might have been off. My favourite thing was seeing the financial shit. That was so interesting. I really don't know. Maybe that's something I should do in the future, learning about finances. Because it's actually really interesting. I really do love business, believe it or not. It really is one of my sort of key areas. It's definitely one of my best subjects at school. So yeah, I really do wonder if that'll be something I want to learn about later. Who knows? It's really interesting. But yeah, that we'll not really learn later. If I don't do it in the future, like just learn more about, you know, it would be really cool. But yeah, it really is surprising to me just everything that happened today. I mean, I just love reading about, like, you know, the plans of Oishi as well. That's going to be really interesting to see what he actually does regarding all this. And I also really wonder I just genuinely wonder what's going to happen. I really do. Like, I wonder if Oishi's going to cooperate. I wonder if this plan is going to work. I wonder what Takano's going to do. And I want to know more. When do I not, to be fair? But like, god, that was so fun today. I'm going to end it now. I really hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I hope you have a great day, night, middle of night, middle of day, afternoon. God, I should just die. Right, see you guys.